Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're back with Trisha in the Mach. She's had it now for, a year and a half or so?
Yeah, it's been great. It went by fast.
Yeah, good deal. Well, it's your first electric car, obviously, and I know you drive it to work. How many miles have you put on this thing?
About 20,000 miles.
20,000. And let's talk about charging. Where do you charge your car mostly during that time?
Most of the time I charge it at a charger that I installed in my garage. And then after I move there to a rental, because I move pretty frequently, I'm actually charging at local chargers, which for like 40 minutes at a time.
So do you charge at DC fast chargers or the AC ones, the kind of slow ones?
Usually DC fast chargers because I'm on a time crunch all the time.
Yeah, and do you have an account with these chargers?
Yes, I have every EV charging app on demand.
In the planet.
Every one of them.
Oh, that's good. So let's talk about, this is a little deviation, but let's talk about for a minute, how has your luck been in charging with the DC fast charger relative to, do they work when you plug them in or not?
Good question. So I've had very few bumps where I go and they actually do like fault. It'll like pop up and it'll say fault for the generator, and then I have to find another one, and that's not always through the plan that I did that day.
Yeah.
But it's rare. It rarely happens. It's just always a bummer when it does.
So relative to what charger you use, do you remember the name of that charger, of the most reliable one that you've been using?
The most reliable ones that I use are the Electrify America ones, honestly.
Okay.
And also, they usually have a lot of them with the Electrify Americas. So if one's down, I have like 5 others to choose from. I use the biggest cohort of EV Go's I've seen is 4. So usually it's either 1 or 2. The last EV Go's I went to, both of them were broken down. That was devastating.
Yeah.
I would say Electrify America.
Okay. Yeah, I too use Electrify America when I travel cross country because they have the highest power chargers. But for me, they're probably the least reliable ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because out of 4, you may have 2 working or 1 working, and that sucks when you're trying to get down the road.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, at least there's one I can switch to versus if there's just a few little ones.
Yeah. And so do you charge daily, weekly, or just as needed?
Probably twice a week.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do drive a lot. I commute.
Okay, good deal. So you've had this Mach. It's a pretty great vehicle. What are the things that you like best about this electric car?
What I like best about it, other than not having to go to the awful gas station, is it has a great pickup. So I'm able to quickly zip around anywhere, which living in like a more urban area is kind of important. You get very few gaps where you can kind of get through. So I feel like that also makes the car a little more safer for me because I can get to places quickly. I really like, it has actually like black interior, but when you put on the max AC, I mean, it gets cool very fast.
Right, exactly.
And so that's awesome because at first I was like, oh man, it might be really hot during the summer, but it's not. And yeah, it's very comfortable. When I do drive long distances,
right.
I honestly feel better driving my car, even if I have to stop and charge versus driving like the other cars I have available.
So you've had the Mach now for quite some time. Is there ever had an opportunity to drive any other EVs?
I mean, other than like Teslas, that's it.
Right. Yeah, well, that's good. So would you recommend this vehicle, electric vehicle in particular, to anybody else looking for a car?
Oh, absolutely. I'm approached constantly about my car. If it's not the color, it's because the Mach-Es are a newer thing. So everyone's asking me my opinion about it. I love my car and I wouldn't trade it.
And what are some of the things people are asking you when they ask you about it?
I'd say the most common question is how many miles I get to a charge. And then when I charge it, how often I have to charge it, and do I have to pay to charge it?
I see. And have you been able to find any free charging in and around the city?
I found one charger that's for free outside of Concord, but I think it's because it's new.
I see. Yeah, maybe they're looking for new customers.
Yeah, they're doing like a promo trying to get people coming to that one, and then they'll add probably a small fee.
Okay, so here it comes. What do you dislike most about your car?
It's very minor, but so far I haven't been able to find a lot of fast chargers when I go to the beach. So it kind of makes my beach trips a little more strategic with the mileage, and because they mostly only have like a 6.5 kilowatt or something. And
Yeah.
that's just not going to do it when I drove 3.5 hours there.
Right.
And then I want a vacation and then drive back.
Yeah.
But that's really my only complaint is when I get so far to those coastal regions.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. Well, I'm very happy you like your Mach-E. It's a very nice car. And I know that you'll continue to drive it. Do you have any last thoughts, Trish?
I mean, I recommend this car to everybody. I absolutely love it. It's really fun to drive, and I'm a big SUV like truck person, and I'm convinced this is the best.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking the time, and I'll check in with you in another year.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.